Hello everyone and welcome. Today I will be talking about migrant workers and mostly agriculture farmers in the US. This is done by Isra Jabrini, so let's dive in more. The first thing here we're going to be talking about how or where the migrant come from to the US. So in the US, the agriculture workforce is very largely and it made up of immigrants, and it's about 68% of crop frame workers are born outside the US, with a significant number coming from Mexico. And for sure, most of these workers are men around 40 years old. However, there are two main types of framework workers. Sorry about that. It's migrant workers who travel and live away from the home temporarily, and seasonal workers, which is they live locally. And many of these workers are not US citizens. There is one survey that shows that only about 36% were US citizens and 19% were permanent residents. As you see here in the picture, you can see some of migrant workers in the agriculture. Okay, next we're gonna be talking about how they come to the US, like which papers they use. So this is the H-2A visa program, which is one way that foreign workers come to the US for agriculture jobs is through the H-2A temporary agriculture workers program. And this is allows the US employers to hire foreign nationals if they cannot find enough US workers, and if it does not negatively impact the wages or working conditions of the US workers. However, here there is many workers come through less formal channels, such as unauthorized migration or other types of irregular labor. Thus, farmer contractors often play a very big role in recruiting and transporting, housing, and supervising migrant frameworks. All right, next is going to be the last slide, which is more additionally about the employers. They might work with associations or cooperatives to bring in guest workers, and many of these workers send money back for their countries sometimes, like the home country, let's say about like Mexico or Central America, and that's a part of broader financial strategies. Now, lastly, the process involves recruiting workers either abroad or within the US, and it's obtaining the necessary visas for programs like H-2A, transporting workers to the US. Also, it is they provide housing, often required by H2A, and then providing seasonal employers on farms. So under H2A program, employers are required to cover certain costs such as housing and transportation. Thank you for watching today. Hope you have a very great day. Thank you. Bye.